Hey everyone, Simon from Weekend Warrior here. Today we're going to be focusing on laying mulch and tips and tricks on how to do that safely and efficiently. We're going to focus on what mulch to use, what mulch can do to your soil, how to lay it and when to use it. For today's job, we're going to need a front end loader equipped with either a standard or a 4-in-1 bucket. Behind me is a Massey Ferguson GC1725M equipped with a 4-in-1 bucket and counterweight. This tractor setup is perfect for this type of work. Small, agile and gives me plenty of flexibility, especially when equipped with a high-performance FL1803 front-end loader. There's lots of different mulch available on the market, but I'm a huge fan of organic mulch. Pretty much anything that will decompose and help enrich the soil is a great choice. That's why we've gone for 40mm recycled pellet mulch. It's made from recycled pellets and is environmentally sustainable. It will take a while to decompose, but by the time that happens, we'll have a better handle on what we're trying to do with the garden, and the mulch will have helped condition the soil nicely. All right, let's go have a look at where we're gonna lay it. As you can see, I've already had a chance to dig out the bed. There's still a few weeds and a little bit of grass around, but the mulch should take care of that. The mulch is quite thick, so I'm gonna make sure I lay down about 100mm to make sure I block out any sunlight and prohibit that weed growth. Now that we've seen where to lay it, let's go check out the equipment and I'll show you the counterweight setup. Today, I'll be using the front end loader to pick up and lay the mulch. For jobs like this, I like to make sure I use a counterweight just to make sure I keep as much weight as possible on the rear axle. Usually, I'd like to leave the backhoe on the tractor as it serves as a counterweight, but because today I'm working in some pretty tight quarters, I need the agility and the flexibility back in the machine, so I've taken the backhoe off and replaced it with a counterweight. The beauty of the GC1725M is that the backhoe is a quick attach system and hooks up to a subframe at the back of the tractor. So as soon as I take that backhoe off, the 3-point hitch drops down and the counterweight goes straight back on. Be careful not to lay down too much mulch, especially if you're using thinner mulch. Too much mulch will trap the moisture below and cause corn roots, bark and cambium to rot. By laying down the right amount of mulch, this will help lay the foundation for the rest of the bed in the future and keep the weeds under control without damaging the soil. When heading into the pile, make sure 4-wheel drive is engaged. Make sure you're in low gear so you get full access to the torque reserves of your transmission. The GC1725M has 65 Nm of torque available, plenty of grunt and power as long as you've got 4-wheel drive and low gear selected. When heading in, make sure the bucket is level using the bucket level indicator. The curl function of the bucket is far stronger than the lift function due to its cylinder length. To pick up the mulch, curl the bucket backwards first before raising the loader slowly. The speed of the engine determines how fast the hydraulic flows through the cylinder. For faster lift times and higher lift capacity, increase the speed of the engine. This GC has 26 litres of hydraulic flow per minute, more than enough flow to lift the bucket and for quick raise and lower times. In order to dump the mulch, tilt the bucket away from you by moving the joystick to the right. Another way to dump the mulch is to open the 4-in-1 bucket. To open, simply press and hold the switch underneath the joystick and move the joystick to the right. To close, press and hold the switch again and move to the left. Even though there is a counterweight attached, always ensure to carry the load low and slowly. This will ensure better visibility around the tractor and better stability when taking corners. To grade the mulch and make it more even, if you know the height you prefer, simply tilt the bucket down. Ensure 4-wheel drive is engaged and you're in low gear. Drive backwards slowly. It's not a straightforward answer, but this type of mulch will take about 2 to 3 years to decompose properly. By then, we'll have some fantastically rich soil underneath and be ready for another topping. There we go, all laid down. Hopefully that'll keep the weeds under control. The mulch will do a great job of that and help develop the soil conditions underneath, ready for planting in the future. There will still be a few weeds that we'll need to rip out by hand along the way, but this mulch will do a great job taking care of that coming into spring and peak growth season. Thanks for watching, see you next time.